What was your reaction to the huge turnout right from the gate?
You know, it gave me a lot of hope and a lot of excitement. Many of us had worked really hard during the 2016 election, and the results were not the type of results that we wanted. And as we have seen in the last 3 years, the policies that have come up have really impacted our communities, particularly in communities like San Diego. And so the Women's March really is a place for hope at the beginning of the year as we're starting off, and that's what 2017 was really about. It was really about hope and people coming together and energized about really moving forward together as a state and as a nation.
You know, thousands of people came out. What are you anticipating this year?
Well, we're hoping for everyone to come out and really make sure that we continue to show solidarity as a community. And rain or shine, it's going to happen. And it's just such a wonderful feeling when you're marching and you're there, and there's kids, there's families, their grandparents, and really people coming together, people with their networks, people with their communities. So like I live in the South Bay. We have a South Bay contingency of the Women's March, and there's a North County contingency. So it really is about community and bringing people together.
And on a national level, the Women's March has received some backlash recently. One of the founders was accused of not denouncing some anti-Semitic rhetoric. How has that conflict on the national level impacted the local chapter, or what are you doing to make sure it doesn't?
So, it's really important to note that the local San Diego chapter is not connected to the national chapter. We don't get any funding from them. There was a decision that was made to continue to use the same logo at the national level and as the state level. And at one point people had all sorts of different logos that they were using for the Women's March, and they decided that we're going to use one logo so that we're united in one front. But the reality is that we all, the local march, specifically the San Diego March, has been very vocal about being anti-Semite. We don't support any type of hate around religion or race or any issues like that. And so for us, it's really important that people know that this march in San Diego specifically is really about bringing people together.
And speaking of that, sometimes people get together and then the march is over, yeah, and everyone kind of goes back to their respective places. Have you seen any tangible change come from these marches?
Yeah, so what's really exciting about the march, I think, is, I do believe that the wave that we just saw in Washington, D.C., the new Congress, is really a reflection of the work that's been taking place since 2017. I think it was really an opportunity for people to come together and not only march, but we marched to the voting booth, right? That was a real conversation that we all had during 2018. And then at the local level, you'll see that many of us got elected into offices, and a lot of diversity, a lot of really different opinions and ideologies. A lot of women getting elected into office in the county of San Diego as well. So I think the march has been bigger than that. It's sort of like it laid the foundation for all of us to come together and really kind of continue this work. There's still a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of dialogue that has to happen between our communities, and a lot of issues that we still have to work on. But I think that this has been very hopeful in how we've been moving forward.